What would you do if a client called with a massive $100,000 opportunity, but they needed a proposal by tomorrow? Most businesses would say, no way. Or they'd panic, rush a terrible proposal, and risk losing money and the client's trust. A few weeks ago, the exact thing happened to me. But instead of panicking, we followed a specific system. I'm going to show you the exact journey we took and the system we built. It allowed us to confidently deliver the proposal in under 24 hours. This includes the single most important part, a counterintuitive rule we call the safety net. This rule protects our profits and our sanity even on an impossible deadline. You're going to want to see how this works. So let me set the scene, because the pressure was pretty intense. The call comes in from a fantastic long-term client. They found extra budget for a huge new software project, which is amazing news, to be honest. The catch: the budget had to be allocated by the end of the next day. Honestly, my first reaction wasn't excitement. It was a knot in my stomach, because I knew our fatal flaw. We're perfectionists. We love refining every detail, which is a nice way of saying we were often late. Our proposal used to take a week, sometimes more, as we got lost in second guessing. This sudden request was the ultimate test. It was a massive opportunity clashing with our old disastrous habits. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because this crisis, it forced us to finally put our new theory to the test. Luckily, we had already started a journey to fix this. We were tired of being reactive. We were building a system, and this was its first major test. The system has 3 key parts, and I'm going to walk you through each one of them. The first part is what gets us off the starting block at lightning speed: AI-powered analysis. The biggest time sink in any proposal is requirement analysis. We used to spend days on this. Now we take the client's request and we feed it to an AI. Within seconds, it breaks the entire project down into its core components and features. This doesn't replace our expertise, but it does supercharge it and gets us 80% of the way there in about 1% of the time. But that AI-generated list is just the starting point. The real magic, the part that protects your profit and your sanity, is how you estimate the work on that list. And that brings me to the secret sauce of our entire system, the safety net rule. This is how we manage the risk, especially associated with such quick proposals. Our rule is pretty simple. If we have any doubt that a task can fit into a 4-hour block, it automatically becomes an 8-hour block. If we doubt it's an 8-hour task, it becomes 16. It's not just about doubling everything, it's a gut-based, experience-driven buffer. It builds confidence into your estimate and protects you from the unknown, which is the biggest risk in a rushed project. However, this safety net only works if you have a clear, objective way to categorize your tasks in the first place. You can't just guess. That's where the third and final piece of the system comes in: granular breakdown and hour blocks. Once we have that core list from the AI, we do our own human magic. We go through each feature and break it down into super granular list of small specific tasks. Then, instead of guessing this will take 5 and 5 hours, we use hour blocks. Every single task gets sorted into a block. Is it a 2-hour task, a 4-hour task, or an 8-hour task? This makes the math simple and fast, and it gives the safety net rule a solid foundation to work from. So with all the 3 parts of the system in place, let me tell you exactly how it played out. We ran the request through the LLM, we did our granular breakdown, sorted every task into an hour block, and applied our safety net rule to anything uncertain. And the result? In just a few hours, we had a comprehensive, well thought out, multi-page proposal ready to go. We weren't panicked. We were confident in our numbers. We hit send with time to spare. And yes, we landed the project. Now, building on that insight, let's talk about what this really means for your business. Look, the point of this story isn't just about one proposal. It's about a bigger business lesson. Opportunity doesn't always knock politely. Sometimes it shows up looking like an impossible deadline. The real question is, are your business systems ready to answer the door? This journey from chaotic perfectionism to a repeatable system has changed everything for us. And it's still changing, we're still growing into the system. And I want to help you build that system for yourself, because the learning doesn't stop here. As you start applying this, I know new specific questions are going to come up. To help with that, I've put a link in the description where you can directly submit any question you have. I personally read every submission to decide what to cover in future videos. So to make sure you don't miss a video that answers your question, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. And finally, if this short video was helpful, giving it a like is a huge help. It tells the algorithm this was valuable content and that I should make more like it.